We starting late, we starting late, we starting late, we starting late, we starting late. Hey, Scouter. How you doing, Scouter? Crap, I don't have green screen setup yet. It's set up now. 2 minutes early? It's 2 minutes early being 30 minutes late. Yikes. So much for schedules. Yeah, you can do as many of those kappas as you want. See if I care. Yeah, I guess I've got a suggestion of a schedule and that's it. Should have not set anything. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's do it. Hi, I'm Zach. I'm a game developer of 5 years. I've worked in the indie sector. I've worked with teams of AAA developers, and I've got 2 published games on consoles. Or at least I solely produced one, and have helped release another one on there. So that's pretty good. We're going to be working with you today. We're going to be doing animator stuff. We're going to be doing complicated animator stuff because simple isn't going to cut it. As we work on Peasant. Hey, Scouter. Good to see ya. So hop in, ask questions if you think of them, and let's get started. This scene is called Camera Right in my stupid OBS, but this is clearly Camera Left. This needs to be, hey Ping, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Ah, I'm breaking everything. Hey webcam, we're over here now. Good. Now I can swap sides better. I like Camera Left because I can see my face easier. Do you working at anything as a team with Whitethorn? Bombfest for sure. I helped. I minorly helped with some of the titles, but usually just as an advisor kind of thing. So yeah, very little outside of Bombfest with Whitethorn, but I'm always happy to chip in and help test things for them. So let me show you where we're at right now. We've got our guy. He can run around. He Naruto runs right now, which is interesting. Now, that's not intended. Get your hands. Stop doing silly things with your hands. Ooh, they showcased one today. Yeah. We need to talk. I've been following that one. I hope to give it a try sometime. Yeah, how exciting. Okay. So, we got some work to do. Goals for today. I'm setting up an animator here with some variables. My overall goal is I want to rework the animations so they work with parameters only. I should never have to call an animation by name. If I do, it'll be too soon. And now I'm going to be working with animation masks and layers. So here's a mask called arms mask. If I make this 0 and I press play, what happens is our guy runs around and he swings his arms. But with this arms mask, if I click it and I make it 1, now he doesn't move his arms anymore, but he's still doing the run animation. I've separated to the top his arms from the rest of his body for these animations. In my base layer, I've got our walk and our run. And my ultimate goal today would be to have walk and run, and then also have a sword walk, sword run kind of setup going on. That would be really nice. And to do that, I'm going to need to have a mask set up. So I've got unarmed idle here, and unarmed walk blend, unarmed run blend. So I'm going to make a new state here called sword idle. I'm going to put a motion in here. Let's get at, or let's just search, what do they call it? Shield warrior idle. Shield warrior is our sword guy. Doesn't seem like it, that's just what it is. So here's our sword idle, make transition. I'm using something called character state to know what state our character is in. Let's get that open. but I worked on this a little bit yesterday. It was just I felt inspired, so I did some work. Character, animation, state. I just want this to be character state. Unarmed, sword, spear. We're just gonna do unarmed and sword for now. Unarmed equals 0. I'm gonna assign explicit numbers to these because then I can I won't screw them up later, hopefully. So let's store our character state as lowercase character state. And I'm going to need a public version of this. I think. Ooh, this is going to get confusing. Yeah. I'm just going to call this state, actually. This is a character state, just call it state. And let's get a, that should be a lowercase state. Let's get a public character state called uppercase state. And this one is going to have a get and a set accessor. I'm going to move these up here because I love putting my publics up here, my privates down there. Don't take that out of context. We're going to, when we set, we're going to have state equal to value. When we get, we want to return value. Return lowercase state. There we go. We're gonna change this up. When we set state here, we're also going to animator set int of character state. We'll just call it state. Why not? And set it to value, which we're going to cast to an int. So I'm storing my states here as enum members, unarmed and sword, but they're equal to numbers, which I can cast that enum value into an int and put that into my animator. Since the animator here can only store like 4 different things: float, int, bool, and trigger, which is really just another bool. So state here, store just like that. Oh, my wife is coughing. I might have to go check on her. If state is equal to 1, we go to sword idle. If state is not equal to 1, we go back to unarmed idle. Cool. Cool. Let's go to our base layer here. So we've got unarmed walk blend, unarmed run blend. So here's my puzzle. When I'm holding a sword, there's a different idle animation. But the walking and running animations will be the same. Except the arms will still be doing the sword. We'll be doing a sword walk and run animation. How is that for confusing? Basically, my base layer here, I need to think of it like this. It only controls the feet. My arms mask here only controls the arms. If you haven't messed with these masks, they're really fun. Check this out. You can just right click and create an animator mask like this. So I call it arms mask. And over here, I can turn on different parts of the model, and Unity knows which of these to use. And if you want, you can use transform here to just set these up automatically. But basically, if I have this mask enabled on this layer, and this layer is lower than the base layer, I think, whatever this mask accounts for, so here it's the arms, hands, and the eye case for the hands, for the arms I should say, that will override whatever's in the base layer. Yes, I know, the Gamedev stream starts right now. My phone's giving me grief. And if I have no animation here, so if I go to this unarmed idle and I put it to none, that means whatever animation is here will override it. This is perfect because my base layer already has arm animations for walking and running. So if we are unarmed and we're doing unarmed walk or an unarmed run, we'll just stay unarmed. However, what am I thinking here? The sword idle. Here's where it gets tricky. Here's where it gets tricky. So this idle is set up well. So I press play and I go to parameters on this player character. I can edit them live. I can change state to 1. now we've got our sword idle animation. Let's show that a little bit better. Change to 0, no sword. 1, sword, no sword. Sword. Cool. This all seems tricky to me. It is a new way of thinking that I've never thought about before. Let me show you the ultimate example. So these Cinti Studios provided these models here, or rather I bought them to use. This is their animator. So check this out. Look at how many variables they have. It's a lot. Then look at their layers. There's 9 layers. It starts with movement, and movement looks like this. So these are layers that take up just about everything. These walking and running are root motion and not root motion, respectively. Just like an other. An ogre. There's layers. I see. The head is a tree here that controls which direction the head looks. And if it's not looking any direction, movement controls which way the head looks. Jumping here can override movement. In fact, it does so wholesale because it doesn't have a mask attached to it. Head has a mask called mask head. Death overrides all of these things, controls everything. Auto carrot strikes again. Crouching here will replace only the legs. So up here we've got melee attacks, right? And like bow and arrow shoot, grenade throw. Crouching has a mask for lower body. It won't change the bow shoot or the arm strike. We've got weapons here, and holy crap, look at this. This is for the different guns that they allow in the bow and arrow. There's just so much, and this is the upper body mask. Here's a really simple one for body, which has the body looking in different directions, idle animations, and then I wrote this one, attack animations, that override everything else. But we're going to undo this because we want to copy what they do with my simpler animator until my simple animator is confusing as heck. So we've got our unnamed walk blend, unnamed run blend. How do I keep the majority of the functionality here and replace what I need for the sword? I think what I have to do is remove the idle animation from this walk blend. I think that's what I have to do. Either I have to copy these blends here. Hey buddy, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. So here's one thing I can do. I can copy and paste these blends. So now I'm going to have a sword walk blend and a sword run blend. How about that? Confusing. Great. And then I need to have connections between all of these, which is just going to be horrible. Wait a minute. I can leverage the entry and exits to make this easy. I've never done this before, but I think I can do this. Okay, bear with me. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to lose this any state, which I don't really want to do, but we're going to connect them like this. I'm going to say entry. It defaults to unarmed walk blend, but let's make a transition to exit. And we're going to say this is if state does not equal 0. I'll do this for the unarmed run blend. If state does not equal 0. And for the sword, state does not equal 1, which is my sword state. Same thing here, state does not equal 1. Okay, now they all successfully exit. Now I just need a transition up here. So animator transition, mono behavior transition. What is the difference? Not really sure. That's a default entry. The mono behavior is the default one. Animator transition I want. Here, what is the condition? State equals 0. And let's make a transition to the sword walk. This one is state equals 1. Cool. So if your states are ever swapped, it'll automatically dump you into the exit, which will spit you out of the entry, and then assign you to the correct state. I think we figured this out. So the sword walk blend, I need to, I just need to add the sword idle. So in this basic motion, this is the idle. I need Shield Warrior idle. And that will automatically transition to the walk and the run. This is where it gets tricky. When we're walking at any speed, I need the arms to get taken over by the sword walk animation. When we're running at any speed, I need by the sword run animation. I have parameters for is running. I need a parameter for is moving. That's what I need. Is moving. I have something here for that. Where do I set is moving? Is moving gets set. It doesn't get set. When move speed type does not equal moving speed type idle, we are moving. Okay, I don't need is moving here because our walk blend handles the case of not moving with this dot right here. This is the idle animation. If you're moving forwards, backwards, left, right, or anywhere in between, we have animations for that. But I need a parameter now, a bool for is moving. And I need to set it. So I need to set is moving explicitly. Where does is running get set? Move speed. It gets set up here. Interesting. So is moving. I'm going to turn this into a bog standard bool so that I have to set it explicitly. Let's set it explicitly. So let's set it over here. Is moving is true when this doesn't equal 0. So is moving equals input. Actually, yeah, cool. Input does not equal vector3, 0. And I should turn this into a fancy bool. Let's do that. Is moving. I'll make this public just so I can name it differently and stop confusing myself. Get set. What are you working on these days, buddy? How you doing? We want to set this. We want to set a little bool is moving equals value and is moving return is moving. But when we set this here, we want animator set bool is moving to value as well. Okay, now we are accurately updating our animator and our is moving keyword here. Do I use this lowercase one? I should really use the uppercase one. I wish I could tell this little private is moving to never be accessible ever anywhere. But I don't know how to do that. I only want it accessible by these getters and setters. Well, this is public now, so let's move it up here. Bam. Okay. So now that we can track moving, let's go back to our arms layer. Nintendo's arms. Applying for jobs, current situations, options are limited. They sure are. It's not easy right now, man. Sorry to hear you haven't been lucky. So this unarmed idle and sword idle are basically... Oh my gosh, I can use substates. Can I select these and turn these into a substate? I'm going to copy them. I'm going to create a substate and call this unarmed substate, just so I can keep track. It's hyphenated. Darn. Unarmed substate. Open that up. Bam. Copy and paste. So this is easy. If this... Uh-oh. Hey, up base level. Yeah. I need to look up how to use substates because I forgot. Unity. Substate. Animator. Substate machines. Bam. So this is what I'm doing. I've got a collection of things that look like this. So I'm going to make a substate to snack them out of there. The upstate represents the outside world. The state machine that encloses the substate machine in the view. If you had transition from a state and substate machine to the upstate, you'd be prompted to choose one of the states the enclosing machine to connect to. Idle, run, jump, ready. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go like this. States, state machine. Interesting. What if I do sword walk? What does this look like? It connects it like that. I really want to do this though. Okay, I'm not going to mess with substates because they confuse and scare me. We're going to stay with this for now, but let's try and do substates over here. See if I can figure out how to actually use them. We can do some testing here. Sub-state machine. Idle state machine. We're going to copy that unarmed idle, which is literally just an empty block. Make an exit here if our state does not equal 0. Let's copy. Actually, I can make this into the idle. Yeah. Idle 01. Copy and paste it real quick. Copying and pasting does not work well in a mechanism. Okay, let's call this, we're just going to call it idle. We're in the idle, the unarmed state machine. Idle, walk, and run. Find one sooner or later. I wish you the best of luck. If anybody can find it, it's my buddy. I believe in buddy. Okay, exit time, nah. Conditions, if is moving is true. And walk to run, no exit time, if running is true. Run to walk, if running is false, and walk to idle, if moving is false. Should also kick out run if we somehow stop moving and stop running, but I don't think that's possible. Maybe I should make a move state for this instead of using two bools. No, this is okay for now. Let's make exits here. If exit time, nah. State doesn't equal 0. State does not equal 0. Okay, there's our entry. Let's still know how to use this up arms mask, but maybe I'll figure it out someday. Back up to arms mask. We've got idle state machine. This is the unarmed state machine. This is our, I can't make it the default transition. Confusing. It needs to be the default state though. What am I do wrong? What am I do wrong? What am Zach do wrong? Okay, screw it. We're moving these out until I understand substates better. Bam. I copied all of those things, thank you. Copy all those things, copy, paste all those things. Nice. Delete all of those. But y'all here. New default state, idle. And I need to name these more specifically. Unarmed. How you doing, Ping? And you, Scouter? You been doing more podcasts? Okay, this is going to go down here, basically. We need our exit over here. Make transition. If state does not equal 0, no exit time. If state does not equal 0, no exit time. And if state, no exit time, does not equal 0. Sword idle. If state does not equal 1, no exit time. Let's get these rolling. Ooh, these look good if I space them one apart. They're just really hard to read. Nice and compact. Nice and compact. Okay, I don't want sword idle here. I want walk. There should be a run here as well. Oh no, there's no run. Yikes. Let's see. Who's got runs here? Basic motions has running. Mage has running. That's it. Darn. I'm going to have to commandeer the walk animation until it does what I need it to do. Shield warrior, walk. This is sword, walk. Not I walk. You walk. So sword idle, we go to here if is moving is true. And let's pop out of there if moving is false. I'm going to copy and paste this sword walk, so I'm going to leave it for now. We'll worry about that later. I'm going to commandeer the walk to make a sped up version of the walk for running with the sword, which you should never do if state does not equal 1. And we're going to enter over here if state equals 1. Let's make that copy here. Our state equals 0. Okay. There. We've got a layer for the bodies. A layer for the arms. Sponsored by Nintendo. Play Min Min in Super Smash Bros. Today. Okay. Let's watch these and see if they work. Okay. Character. Show me your animator. Good. I move into the walk blend pretty well. And what's nice is that walk blend has idle attached to it. Oh, that was a little weird. There's an exit time. Need to get rid of. Why do you have exit time? I don't want exit time unless I'm doing a series of animations or things that have to finish. So exit time should be on like none of these. There we go. Okay, so let's run around here. Makes sense. I'm doing anime arms, which I don't like. I never get down to the unarmed idle. Looks like there's exit time, which is not good. Oh, there we go. Are those the idle arms? Can't tell. Okay, walking arms, idle arms. These are definitely not the walking or running arms. I didn't change them to the right animations. Okay, exit time. You're done. Don't want exit time on these things. It makes the animation last long in weird ways. Okay, let's set these up. So I want basic motion whack. How about walk? Let's do that. I want forwards. All the arm movements are the same. I realized. It doesn't matter what I really do with them here. Run forwards. Good. Sword idle, sword walk. Okay. Let's try that again. There's some weird running arms. That exit in a weird way. Try walking. Our walking arms are moving faster than our feet. Oh, that's no good. Well, here's the thing. I can delete all of these because they're going to bleed through to the base layer, which is already covering walking and running. So yeah, I'm just going to delete them. Characters you play be customized, you have to choose from different skins. Good question. I haven't decided. It could go either way, really. But there'd be some level of customization and unlockableness because people love that. I'm going to make an empty and set as default state. Let's make a transition to that sucker. State equals 0. And here, state does not equals 0. No exit time, dang it. I don't want your stupid exit time. I'm just going to call this unarmed. Cool. So now the unarmed animation should look great. There's the idle, the running synced up to the legs, walking synced up to the legs. Okay, let's switch it up. State 1. We're now in the sword idle. Nice. And on the base layer, we're in the sword walk blend. Nice. Here's our sword walk. We never get into a sword run, interestingly enough. Not sure why. And state equals 0. Why is that? Okay, there's some weird stuff going on here. To get to the run, I have this state check, which is really silly. Especially because it's wrong on the sword run. Okay, let's try this again. I'd love to do all sorts of customization. The trick is your characters are peasants. They're not really that fancy. They're not supposed to be. So far, it's looking pretty seamless. The walk is moving too quick. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. The shield here, you see he's holding up a shield with his left hand. Let me give him a shield so we can better see this. I haven't attached anything to the player character yet. But let's do it. Let's find the spine, chest, shoulder left, arm left, forearm, and not all peasants wear the same thing. They'll start off that way. One of my thoughts is you would have one. So here's a meta thing for the game. You aren't the peasant when you play peasant. You are a knight. You're a knight who's really good with a bunch of weapons. You've got a fair amount of money. You work for the king. But the king, or rather the prince, puts on this contest for the peasants, and to make it more interesting, he forces the knights to sponsor a peasant. So you are a knight named whatever, and your peasant is going to be named something you can't choose. And they're going to look like something you can't choose. You can dress them up, but I think it'd be fun just to randomly generate the peasants without your control. You can customize your knight all you want, but then I'm going to give you a character you can't. And then you play as the peasant during the game, sponsored by the knight. You can come back and meet with you, the knight, and do training. Maybe if the peasant dies in battle, the knight has to go revive him, so you leave the castle as the knight, which makes you really strong. And then you go to the peasant, you pick him up, you carry him back into the city, drop him in the church or something, and he gets revived. Something really silly like that. But the goal would be, you aren't the peasant. Even though you play as the peasant, we have a knight that represents you in the game. And if you win battles, maybe you'll get awarded with armor pieces that you can customize your knight with. Or maybe you'll get awarded with, different rags and hoods and boots that you can customize the peasant with. I think that'll be a really fun way to flip customization on its head. Yeah, you can customize things. Hey, Rick, how's it going? I was just talking about how, I don't know if you caught much of that, but in Peasant, you play as a knight sponsoring a peasant. And when you play the actual matches, you play as the peasant. Dress up your peasant with sponsorships, just like real athletes. You've got like a patch on the front of him sewn in that's like Big Friars fried chicken. The better the peasant item, the worse it looks. Oh my gosh. That'd be incredible, Naflet. It's just rattier and it's just the trashiest thing. You start off pretty decent, but the rarest peasant items are just ripped to shreds. So the knights would make sense, like it'd be shinier, it'd be gold gilded, it'd have gemstones, but the peasants literally just get worse. And the best players will have the rattiest looking peasants. That would be so wild. And then people could write political articles about my game, about how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and how that their interactions only makes this occur faster. And then I could be political without even trying. I'm just trying to be goofy. Zach Pierce. Political or goofy? Nobody knows. If you ask him, he'll tell you he's goofy, but nobody knows. Every video game is political. Rather, I should say, anything is political if you make it political. Let's dance on more controversial things. Okay, I was fixing up these transitions here because there were some strange transitions. We're looking good. I was going to put a shield on him, wasn't I? Wouldn't I? I would. Let's get a T prefab shield. Give me a crappy shield. These ones look good. I'm looking at colors, and instead of using the preview window, I am instead... I just want a crappy wooden one. There we go. Crappy wooden one it is. Okay, shield. Attach to that hand. Let's see how well this matches up. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. How well does it match up? Not well. Okay, let's press play. Let's set his shield parameter, his state parameter to 1. Looking good, buddy. You're holding your shield a little weird, but we'll let it slide. Let's get that shield. Actually, no. He's holding it almost correctly. Yeah, it's facing the correct way on his arm. I'm surprised. Okay, let's position this. We just gotta move it forwards on its local axis a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. 0.25. Perfect. I wish Gato had this live editor view. Yup. Gato may get there someday. Looks like he's about to Captain America the shield. Here he is running around like he's not holding it. Which I think that makes sense. No, it should be on the back of his hand. His hand is straight down. It should be rotated. Let's switch to the sword, see if it makes sense to rotate it. Actually, yeah, I need to rotate it around his hand. So it should be at his side, the side of his hand, which it's not. So 90 degrees? Nope. And 90 degrees? Yep. About to get Captain America up in this shield. Negative 0.2. That attached to his hand? Yeah, it is. Cool. That looks far better. Ba ba ba. Let's switch up the state. Boom. Yeah, now he's holding the shield forward. You know, like somebody trying to defend themselves would. And he's got animations in all directions. Perfect. Let's give him a sword. Alright. Give me that wooden sword that I love so much. I attached a hand anchor here. I don't actually want that. Goofy. Past Zach. Not understanding anything. Okay. How is his hand rotated? Let's get him in a sword idle state. Oh no! Oh no, I grabbed the sword. I grabbed the wrong sword prefab. Okay. This is wooden sword. I literally just want... Shoot, I just deleted it, I think. Recycling bin. Restore. There it is. When Unity tells you, if you delete this, it can't be undone. Like here, you cannot undo this action. You literally go to your recycling bin and you can undo it. It should even correct the missing references. So it's just lying. It's just lying at you. Press play. Okay, now we have a sword model attached to the hand, like it should be. Okay, here he is holding the sword, gripping it like this sideways, which doesn't make sense. We want him to grip this forwards. We need to rotate it forwards on the x-axis. Rotation, its x-axis, boom. That might be it. That might be it. Hit play. How's he look? There we go. Yeah, he's running around with his little sword. Little guy. And here we are. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. Look at him go. Yo, look what good animations can do for your game. He's kind of floating off the ground, I just realized. I need to reduce the thickness of his character controller. Skin width. That's too much. 0.1, please. Get closer to the ground. Pretend like you don't float over the ground. Much better. Oh my gosh, so he's just flailing with that sword. Let's get him running as if it has some weight. Oh, that's so good. Flipping through the ground, but that's okay. Yeah. The peasant should hold everything completely wrong. Yep, that is having the animation is a great idea. The plan was at the start of when you enter the game as your peasant, you'll get given a piece of gear, and your peasant will have no idea how to use it. So if it's a sword, I'm gonna have like crappy attack animations that have really long wind-ups and really long follow-throughs. Unskippable, just the worst. And then as you get trained better, you get like average sword swings and then like expert ones. That's the thought, at least. But yeah, it's going to show that they don't know anything. And you're going to join the game just having the worst experience because your player character isn't going to be good in the slightest. And that's going to be some of the fun because they're going to get good, like a mini MOBA almost. Okay, so this is working out so far. I want to change it all, but I shouldn't do that because it's working right now. What do I want to change? UO style stat leveling system, and your percentage to cap is how much randomness gets reduced to the animation. That'd be kind of funny. I've got some plans for the leveling system. That's an interesting idea. But yeah, stuff like random crits. Maybe it'll be like, instead of having random crits, you have random fails, where you just don't deal any damage, or you hurt yourself on accident. And then the better you get, the less random fails you have, and the more random crits you have, until you have no random fails and random crits are more reliable. But you're going to feel powerless, and part of this game is it's going to feel really good to go from powerless to powerful. And you'll get to do it every round, because your peasant's going to forget everything they know between matches. Or maybe you get a new peasant each time. Haven't decided. I think that's what I'll do. You get a new peasant each time. Dress them up in whatever you've unlocked, but stuff like their character customization, race, hair, facial hair, leveling up D&D Paladin. It's really how you feel in any game. Well, in a lot of games, I think you feel powerless then get more powerful. But here, I want you to feel less than powerless. I want you to feel negative powerful. And that getting to 0 is part of the challenge. Because if you're at 0, where most games start you, you're better than the people who just started who are at negative. Because games don't start you at negative. It's like when you're playing a modern RPG and you can get drunk. You seen the game with the floppy gun barrel? Yeah. Incompetent? Definitely your character will be incompetent. You'll hand them a bow and they won't be able to shoot an arrow. They'll put the arrow on there and they'll release and the arrow will just fall. Or they'll bring it back and then let go and the bowstring will fly forwards but the arrow won't. Just that'll be your critical fail will be those. And whenever you pick up a new weapon, you'll always have a few critical fails. Like they will be unpreventable. You have to sit down there and fail a few times to get better. So yeah. So we're gonna have to make some not insignificant, but incompetent, yes. Our goal is, man, I'm gonna have to make a lot of crappy sword swing animations. That's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll find a little kid. Hope that doesn't annoy players. I think it will, but in a way that makes getting better all the more powerful. There's nothing worse than a game where you have all the power because you get bored of it quickly. People who like use aim hacks in shooters, they get bored quickly because the fun is lost. The only fun they can have then is getting people angry because the game is all of a sudden no longer interesting. It'll be fun for a little bit, but then the novelty wears away. So I'm creating more novelty where it has never existed by creating something that should be annoying, but that is going to turn into something more fun. But imagine it like this: 600 IQ. Hey, I'm gonna try my best. Zaotic Games, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. But yeah, I figure, why not touch some untouched ground? Some people ain't drawn a bunch of fans. Didn't murder my name. Hey, awesome. Or is it? It's not Zautic. It could be Zautic, but I thought it was Zaotic. I like that. I like the flow of that. 7 out of 10 purple murder name. Hey, 70% is a passing grade. Yeah, I think. But here's the thing, Knopflet. Imagine you're playing with this system. You're running around as a peasant and you find a bow. You've never used a bow before, but you're an experienced player. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up the bow. You're immediately going to shoot it 10 times in a row, over and over and over again. Should be annoying where play feels challenged rather than insulted. That's the trick. Yeah, basically a critical fail with the bow. You accidentally shoot your own foot. Silly stuff like that will definitely. I'd like that to be possible. But yeah, you will. If you're an experienced player, what you'll do is you'll know when you don't have a lot of experience with something, and you'll just fail quickly. In fact, that's some life advice, guys. Fail quickly. And until you all of a sudden it's going to be a lot harder for your character to fail and you're going to be comfortable. So some players, they might shoot 10 arrows, and some might pick up the bow and shoot 5, and then they're confident to go into their first fight. Some might just sit in the corner and shoot 80 arrows at a target until they're like their character's really well trained with the bow, and then go into fight. So yeah, Zaotic, because I love talking about this game, let me sell you on it real quick. So this is Peasant. This is, it's somewhere between Battle Royale and an MMO. You've got a small world. You've got characters running around. They're trying to collect better weapons, better gear, but they're not all trying to kill each other. It's like in Fortnite where you've got missions that aren't combat focused, like catch a certain number of fish or certain type of fish. There's players who aren't there to win, to be the last player standing. They're going to do the side objectives. You're going to go in with a team of like 3 is what I'm looking at right now. I want to do 5. And you decide, I need to earn this much money, and I want to do it in this amount of time. The fastest way to get money will always be defeating players. But maybe you can go take on a raid boss in the corner of the map. Maybe while you're doing that, another team comes in and wipes your team and steals half your gold. Maybe you just want to fish the whole time, but you'll have this modular system. You'll have quests to go on. So yeah, it's somewhat like an MMO where you have other players running around doing their own thing, but it's somewhat like a MOBA because, or not a MOBA, like a battle royale, because there's other teams, and when you knock them out, you get the benefits. Except they can just choose to respawn back at the town with reduced weapons, maybe reduced experience, something. Give them enough to keep wanting to play in the same world, but make a penalty for dying. So yeah, I want to make a tiny little MMO with only 20 people. Time limited? I haven't decided. My goal would be that people would play for 20, 30 minutes at a time, or matches would be 20, 30 minutes. But matches are silly. if you join a match with your team of 3 players, there could already be 4 other teams of 3 already playing. Maybe they've been playing for 10 minutes. Maybe they've been playing for an hour already. And you jump into this world that's almost persistent. It's asymmetrical. 20 people with teams of 3 ain't gonna work great. Nah, Flick, come on, man. We could do 21. Maybe 18. I like that. 6 teams of 3. That's kind of nice. Yeah, it's an asymmetrical world where when you join in, you will always be the weakest team because they've all been playing already. But when someone else joins your world, you could already have high level gear. But your goal isn't to exist in the world, it's to collect some high level stuff and then cash out and then leave the world. That's the point of the game. So it's not really time limited. Maybe you want to sit in the corner and fish for 3 hours to earn enough gold to cash out. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Novlet. This is Mage Quit. It's a fun little local multiplayer game. Escape from Tarkov? Yeah. It is like Escape from Tarkov. Yeah. Oh, I need to research Escape from Tarkov more. Thank you for reminding me. I legitimately need to look into it more. I'm gonna add that to my my list. Yeah, awesome. So this is a top-down brawler, Escape from Tarkov, basically. You want to get stuff, you want to cash out, and the longer you stay in the game, the more dangerous it gets. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So I'm working on, and if anybody's just joining me now, I'm working on movement animations with different animation sets. And I think what I've determined right now is I want the walk animations to blend, but I don't want them to blend over time. Alpha when? Actually, I had all of this working far, far better. Let me show you that scene and show you what I had. So I had this test scene here with all of these weapons set up already. I had axes. There's 3 of them because you can collect multiple and then throw them. I've got a rapier here, sword, bow and arrow, crossbow and bolts. I've got spears. I've got magic wands, a fire wand, an ice wand. I was testing doing attacks on players here. This doesn't work anymore because I gutted it all because it was taking too long. I want to get a playable version for you guys. It would probably only be the city here, but it would have little missions, it would have loot, it would have treasure to find, and your goal is to run around, earn enough money, take it into the castle, and cash out. And when you cash out, that money gets saved to your account. That's the plan. So yeah, sadly, this is a passion project, and I do professional game development work during the day, and this in the evenings when I have enough energy to do it, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays at usually 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. my time. But yeah, if you stay tuned, Zaotic, you will know when that test goes live, and I'll probably release it for free on itch.io, since it'll be a pretty limited vertical slice of the game. Web dev at day and game dev at night. Yeah, it's when it comes to working on my own projects, that's how it be. Sometimes that's how it be, and this is how it be right now. I hate how Unity sets these up. It pisses me off because they don't center correctly. Okay, so we've got these blends. My issue is Unity. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Licensing be evil? I don't know about that. I think Unity's pretty fair. Unreal, probably a better deal. You can't see it right now. Let me move over here. You see down here? I'm an Unreal dev too. I play both sides of the coin. I'm not as good as Unreal, but I'm working with VR and Unreal right now. Unity is far more accessible, even if you'll probably pay a little bit more on average for working in it. Unreal is far less accessible. JavaScript in Unreal Engine? How are you doing that? For the base coding instead of C++, or using it for scripting something? Legitimate questions. But yeah, I much prefer Unity. Oh, a plugin. Gotcha. Editor plugin? Yeah, you can code in that shizzle. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Access everything. Very nice. Wait, no, you guys heard me on Tuesday. I hate Java and I hate JavaScript because it reminds me of Java even if it's nothing like it. Shoot, I might be getting turned back to the Java side. Don't you do this, Zayotic. On Unity for the win. Unreal. Okay, I feel that. Creepy guy behind. It's a joke. Your name is a joke. I didn't fall for it. I didn't fall for it. Yeah, I think it's like the Mac and PC debate, right? Um, Spoiler, they're both good. They're good at different things. The trick is, what do you need to do? And if you don't need to do something on a Mac, a PC is good for you. If you don't need to do something in Unity, Unreal's good for you. Or GameMaker, or Construct. I love Construct. Or Flash, which you can't do anymore. My first game engine was Flash, Macromedia Flash before it was Adobe Flash. Unofficial SDK for a game. Dump in the game. Dumps in class instructions. Oh, cool. Oh, that's on the super codey side of things. What you need to do on a Mac is not play high-end games. For the most part, that's true. But Macs are powerful even if they're not always powerful for games. And a lot of games will run cross-platform. Yeah, both of my commercial products are built for Macs, which is kind of fun. PC versus Mac. PC is 10 times better. No way, Naflet. Screenshot of comparison? You can send that to me. Makerboard is faster than your wife's Mac. Shoot, when homebrew beats the Mac. Just remember, different things are better at different things. Ooh. Ooh, there are some numbers. Oh, not bad. This is cool. I like pineapples. Yeah, that's cool. Here's what Zayotic is showing here. Mac is okay, not bloated with Windows bloatware. That's a major plus. It sure is a SpongeBob game. Oh, that makes sense. I like that. Do you play as the pineapple? That's why I use Android over iOS, because I love that I can delete any app off of my phone. And I've deleted most of them. Went to a tech school for IT and Macs were terrible to work on from when I saw the GUI from inside. Work is terrible. I really enjoy working on a Mac when it comes to using Adobe Creative Suite, the Creative Cloud. I genuinely enjoy working with Adobe on a Mac. It's almost built for it, it feels like. This USDK may be able to play as a pineapple. Yeah, I feel that. Stay at Unity long enough, games make themselves. That's the thing with Unity. It's this really is like the Mac and not the Mac and PC debate, the C++ and C# debate. Like, many people will say C++ is the ultimate language, and many people will say the C# is. But in reality, they're both very good at what they do. C# is wonderful for prototyping and doing messy things in many different ways. It means you can work quickly and messily. With C++, if you make it good, it's efficient. I mean, that's what so many programs are written in. At their lowest level, it's going to be a lower level language like C++, which is efficient, but you can't prototype as quickly. That's why I love that Unity works in C#, because frankly, most computers and machines are powerful enough to run my messy code as well as really high-end code, and yet I get to make it faster than a C# developer. It's two different ways of looking at things, and neither one's wrong. And if you really like C++ a lot and you don't believe in C#, then you should look at Roller Coaster Tycoon, which was made in assembly. And anything compared to assembly is inefficient. Amped-lib, best Adobe Pro. No experience actually doing things on the Mac to fix problems inside them. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. For C#, That's all I know. Yeah, tech artist, solo dev skills not over 9,000. Oh. I definitely prefer C Sharp. I'm not as good at C++, and I love being messy and flexible because I'm really self-taught and I'm scrappy. That's how I describe myself. I'm a scrappy person. So I don't learn the best way to do things. I come up with a pretty good way that's messy and gross, and as long as it works, no need to be upset. Okay, so here's what I found, guys. My move horizontal and move vertical. These right now, watch when I play this. So if I click on character here, let's not maximize anymore character. So see these values up here? So I'm going to move left and right basically, which for some reason left and right is setting my, oh, of course it's setting vertical. So watch the vertical. It's got magnitude to it. It's not normalized. It's going from 0 all the way to 1 in whatever direction it's moving. I need to normalize this basically, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to store the magnitude separately. I hear C++ gives you more memory management flexibility, so dev guys say at the place I work, that could be blowing smoke. Oh, they're totally right. The thing is, C++, it gives you better memory management because it doesn't do the memory management for you. You've got a super clunky and gross garbage collector with C#, which is not a good thing, but it means you don't have to manage the memory. In C++, you have to do it. Whenever you have something, a float, whenever you've got a double, a byte, you need to know when it exists, when it doesn't, when to reserve that space, and when to dump it. It means that's where the time save and the memory save comes in. That's why C++ is so fast. But it means you have to do all that stuff. Thing I love about Unity, GC allocation is triggered from just existing. Unity does a good job, which is incredible because a garbage collector is just a flawed idea to begin with. But if you've got the memory and you've got the processing to handle it, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. That's the beauty of it. Our computers are getting fast enough that we can make mistakes and make things messy, and it will never matter. I love it. I love being messy. Quantum computers come out next week. Hurry and get one. Oh gosh. They've got computers that run on black holes. They're coming out last month. Get ready to buy one. They're so quick, they do calculations in the past. The only problem is if your PC has to rotate the whole time. And sometimes it disassembles itself. That'd be kind of wild. The other day when I got to buy a dedicated freezer on my PC. Oh, I feel you, man. I've been struggling with cooling. My PC gets up to 85 when I run some games. And it's got liquid cooling and air cooling. Actually, I guess air cooling is always there, but I have a DDoS machine in my basement that's powered by hamster wheels. That's pretty good. The original bot, the hamster. Doc from Back to the Future, you fill it with leftover beer and a banana peel. Oh. But you'd still have to refuel it. That's the thing. We need a consistent source of beer and banana peels. How do we make that happen? I need ideas. We need to host a tavern that sells alcohol and fruit. And you keep it all in a bucket in the back that you use to fill your flux capacitor. What was I doing? I got distracted. I'm allowed. That's the whole point. A bar, you'd make that bar in South America with all those bananas and actually I don't know where bananas come from. I'm not going to say something and be proven wrong immediately. I do think there are bananas in South America. What would you name the tavern? Oh, guys, tavern name for fruit and alcohol. What would you name it? I'm not sure where bananas come from. I'm pretty sure South America, but I don't know for certain. What would you name the tavern? Alcohol and fruit. We need a good name, guys. What do we got? Alcohol and fruit. Throw out your bad answers. Because if you throw out your bad ones, you might inspire a good one in yourself or somebody else. Rind and unwind. That's pretty bad. It doesn't really. You'd unwind with a beer, and it's like an orange rind. I don't know. Somebody do better. Somebody do better, because that was bad. I'm gonna remember what I was doing. Fermented potatoes. Ugh. You can make beer out of potatoes, right? You can make alcohol out of potatoes. You can make alcohol out of anything if you let it sit long enough. Ugh. Don't try that. Vodka is potato? Oh gosh. Might that be? I gotta look that up. Potato vodka is a thing. Yeah, some of these names I recognize. What? That's wild. I don't... Are potatoes a big thing? I associate vodka with Russia, whether that's true or not. I don't associate potatoes with Russia, but now I associate potatoes with vodka. Weird. Work with 3 guys from Russia, all named Alex. Not bad. Did you give them different names? Al, Alex, Alexios? Alex A, B, and C. Oh man, that's rough. What am I doing, guys? I am taking our move input and normalizing it immediately. If input square magnitude is less than move threshold, input equals vector 3, 0. Cool. Move speed. Do I store move speed somewhere? I do. Move speed is the magnitude, the square magnitude. Do I care about that? Yes, it tells me if I'm walking or running. I'm going to change this from move speed. No, I'm going to keep move speed. I'm going to take off the square. Just make it magnitude. Pop, pop. I gotta change these calculations. Love how your script shows you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, Creepy. I don't know a thing. I've been doing this for a stupid number of years to not know what I'm doing. But at least I comment a few things, huh? Comments makes the biggest difference, I think. It goes from, this is messy, gross code, but the comments make it look smart. That's the trick. That is the trick, my friend. Oh, hey, I can set moving. I can set moving and running from here when I set move speed, which means I don't need to store moving or running. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, think this through. Move speed is the magnitude. I'm going to change these squared magnitudes back to their classic unsquared amounts. Beautiful. This is our move speed threshold. Here's my other issue, Creepy. I just rename things. F2 is my favorite key on the keyboard. I rename them constantly to try and make them more accurate when I should be making code. Or even better, making games instead of just polishing things. I could be getting sword attacks going right now, but no. I'd rather make this code perfect. I'm scrappy and a perfectionist, and they fight against each other all the time. It's horrible. Deplorable. Disgusting. So we set move speed for the input magnitude. Move direction is input normalized. Perfect. Move direction times move speed, and move speed is an amount. Oh gosh, this doesn't make sense. So move speed, you set it not by giving it a speed, but by giving the magnitude of the input, which then creates the speed that it sends back. How I am with shaders, always trying to waste my time making it better, and shaders are just a nightmare. I can imagine that's hours and hours. The 3 forbidden types of programming: shaders, AI, and networking. 3 forbidden types. Because they're sinkholes of time and trying to fix errors. I will be doing all of them for this game. And I hate myself for it. Okay, move input. Speed. Good, happy with this for now. One less instruction in a fragment that won't improve any performance, but I'll spend an hour wasting my time just to work out a solution for no reason. Yup. Too easy to do. Too easy to do. Is moving input equals vector 3 not 0? Nope, I can move this up here. In fact, I don't even need to store is moving, do I? I don't. I don't need to store it. I don't need to set it either. All I have to do is return our movement state. Move state. Idle, walk, run, sprint. Let's get rid of sprint for now. Idle, walk, run. This is our move state. I love watching everything change when I press F2. I remember seeing that for the first time and thinking, that's magic. It is. It very much is magic. Thank you. Public. Oh, nope, this is the private one. Move state. Public, move state. Excuse me? Move state, move state. There, that's not confusing. Fine, move state, character move state. Spell character correctly. I've got a character state and I've got a character move state. How's that for confusing? They're both important. So character move state, we're going to call this capital move state, at least one accessor. Get. I need to be able to set these. I only ever set move speed at one place, don't I? Yeah, here, input magnitude. We're going to move this comparator down there. Set. We're going to move it into this move state. Here's what we're going to do. Move state. Getter and a setter. Value equals run. Then you're running. Oh man, I should just pass in this move state. We're doing it. I'm changing everything. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. I might add sprinting or something. I might add swimming. I want to add swimming. Move. State. Someone stop him. He's ruining everything. Is moving. Delete. Is running. Delete. We don't need those. We don't need those. What have I done? What happens if you normalize a zero vector? What happens? Does it stay zero? It should, right? Okay. Move state. Let's get this got, shall we? Move state. Return. Move state. Easy. Setting the move state. Move state equals value. Animator. Set integer. I only have to set the integer now. Value, which I'm going to change into an int. I should give this a name. Move state. There you have it. That's so much cleaner. It's beautiful. I can't believe how beautiful it is. Okay. Got any for the tavern? The Boozeberry Bar. There it is, bub. I like that. It's better than mine. The Rind and Unwind. That's like, it's corny, but it's good. It's corny, but it's good. So we don't have anything better than Rind and Unwind and Boozeberry Bar. Somebody, we need it. We need something, guys. Okay. Move speed. To set the move speed, we don't have to set it. Move speed depends on the character move state in the switch statement. Which means I just need to be able to... Is moving? Screw that. Yeah, don't need that. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, do need is moving here. If... Friggin' fine. Return move state does not equal character move state idle. Then you're moving. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, I need to take this, the comparator I copied, bring it down here. So we're not setting move speed this way, we're going to set our move state. Move state, move state, move state. This value is a magnitude. Crap, I do need to store this. Input magnitude equals input magnitude. Ooh. Why am I storing it like this? Because I don't want to get magnitude more than once. If I know what's good for me, I do. Set move state. Move direction, input normalized. Oh, yeah, I can just do this freely here. Else. If square magnitude is less than move speed threshold, I'm going to set move direction to 0. Here we go. Vector 3, 0. Else move direction equals input normalized. Okay, move direction 0, input 0. Do I actually need to do that? Hard to say. World move direction. I want this to be move direction, not input. Do I actually want to do this to input? I don't. Bam. Solved. We don't use input anymore. We use move direction. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Creepy guy. What kind of game do you want to make? What's it about? What genre? Genre define, like Peasant? Peasant might be genre defining. I don't know. Oh, who? This is cool. Turn direction equals move direction if is strafing and is moving. One hit wonder. Yeah? You want to be the I feel good of games, basically. I know that I would. Wait, no. Mr. Brown was no one hit idle, was he? Tell me James Brown was no one hit wonder. Just want to hype it up and No Man's Sky the crap out of it. Okay, he wasn't a one hit wonder, guys. He wasn't a one hit wonder. Oh, he had multiple albums. I should say he had more than 2, because one hit wonders will have 2 albums. If you want to hype it up like No Man's Sky, just make some really tall claims that you don't know you can complete before launch. And then make good on them in the future. That's the trick. Hello Games. Man, They botched up their marketing so much at release, and they turned it around. No Man's Sky is now a good game. How nuts. They'll go down in infamy, but only those who really know will praise them for their ability to fix their wrongs. New genre. Think of some good sports, upgrades to some sports. I guess if we didn't treat sports games as just one canopy of sports games, there'd be a lot of genres there, which is cool. But we just call them sports and then walk away, which is kind of dumb. NASCAR with a figure 8 track. Now, are we talking underpass, overpass in the middle, or do you just ram into each other? Please tell me if somebody gets far enough behind, first place can just mow them down. Straight up Hot Wheels, yeah! Oh. We need more Hot Wheels. I grew up with a Hot Wheels game for PC, it was a lot of fun. Most games don't have a smooth release, that's true. Bombfest didn't. My gosh, I ran patches that first week, like, to the first Switch version of Bombfest, it corrupted its save if you changed the options in the options menu. How nuts is that? That was not a fun fix to find. We found it. And it was horrible because I was presenting it at shows, and every time we had to restart the game, we lost all our progress. That sucked. Okay, are we handling everything here? We're setting move state based on move input. Makes sense. Turning. I guess I should have some move states here for like jumping. But this is really a speed character state. Yeah, move state and character state, these can overlap. That's how I keep them separate. So I'm going to need a jump state, because you can be in the sword state while jumping. Yeah. Wait, there's no jumping in this game. I forgot. Bomberman, but with cars. Rocket League Bomberman. Interesting. Interesting. That'd be a fun game jam game. Alright. World move direction. This is one of the trouble ones. Transform, inverse, transform direction, move direction. Okay, we should now see move horizontal and move vertical. These should be maximized. They should be normalized, rather. I shouldn't always be running, but we should always be seeing a full value. I can't seem to run anymore, which is troublesome. But yeah, these values here are all on the unit circle, which is nice. With just slight inconsistencies sometimes, but they are normalized, they're safe. And I change this so that I can no longer run. Great. Okay, walk. When do we stop walking? When our move state equals 1. No, that's not true. Idle is 0, walk is 1, run is 2. Crap. Crap. Okay, arms mask. Excavator football? Can we talk about this? You like gotta use the big arms to pick up the football, which is probably just a boulder or something huge. And you just try and drive around with it as people try and ram and knock it out of your hopper. Or you talking like big arm excavator where you're like swinging it like this? Or both. Maybe you get to pick your class. Maybe if you get the arm excavator and you can drop it in your dump truck ally, they're a lot harder to knock over. Unless somebody gets one of those claw arm, like a forklift underneath your dump truck and raises it up until it tilts over. Oh, what you want is Tonka Truck Sports. That's what you want. Yeah. This is a brand integration opportunity. Tonka Truck Sports. The kids will love it. I don't know if they still make these, but they did when I was a kid. Perfect. You got all the options. Want to be an open pit mine. What is this? What is I stink? Ever wonder what it's like to be a garbage truck? It's a video. 5 out of 5 stars for I stink. Oh, this is good. Please tell me he talks. Please tell me it talks.
Who am I?
Yeah? Who are you?
I've got lights.
That didn't answer my question.
10 wide tires. No AC, not me. I've got doubles. Steering wheels.
What?
Gas pedals.
What?
I am totally dual op.
Oh, that's some built-in co-op. Imagine two people driving a
Know
car.
what I do at night while you're asleep? Eat your trash. That's what.
Yo.
See those bags?
I see him.
I smell breakfast.
That's messed up, dude. Expect nothing better from Zach Fierce stream, guys. Youch. That was something else. Oh. But I think there's a Mario Party game where multiple people steer the same thing. Ladder truck game where one player needs to run the back cabin. Ooh. That would be kind of fun. You're swinging your ally around. There's lots of opportunities. Frankly, Tonka's got it figured out. Alright, so here. Sword idle. Move state. It equals 1. Go down here. Move state equals 0. We move down here. Piece of pie. Walk blend includes the idle. Move state equals 2. You move up. Move down if move state is less than 2. Let's do this. Move state equals 2, less than 2. Move state equals 2, less than 2. Nice. Nice. Everything else should stay the same. Let's see if it works. Get up here, game. Get where I can see ya. Come on. I can't walk anymore, but I can run. And frankly, you're just going to be running everywhere, right? What's going on here? This walk blend, before it can do anything, gets taken out by the run blend. VoD asking for game ideas. They stop when I pitch Concentration Camp Tycoon. Well, it's not a game I would play, that's for sure. You should probably not continue pitching that. Let's see here. However, that Tonka idea, there's some money to be made there. It got them off my back. I see. So let's see here. Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Zach's move state. Move speed. What's going on? I'm setting walk run. Okay. Why is this not the work? Move speed equals run, which is 2. If it's greater than the move threshold, you walk. Okay. Am I setting this? I am, right here. I set this. Move state. Walk and run. What are the thresholds? Okay, let's double check this. Input magnitude, debug, log it. Get that console open. Why aren't I walking? What are all these frickin' errors? Get out of here. I'm a log kind of guy. Okay, it should be 0. And it's full 1, then it's 0.99. Am I normalizing it too soon? I am. Yep, I normalize it up here so it's always 1 or 0. Dang it. Okay, move state needs to happen here. Or rather, I just can't normalize it in here. You're gonna give a birthday gift to a flight from San Fran to Oakland? just to cross a little body of water? But why? just a little trip across the dip. Do they have flights from San Francisco to Oakland? Do they even? Man, I was playing Watch Dogs 2 recently, and it was kind of wild um, to see San Francisco and Oakland in a video game form. Because I've never seen them. I've seen them in real life, but not like done up in a game. Send them to Portland with 4-hour layover back down to Oakland. No. Why? Brother? Brother? Why, brother? Why? Okay, move state 1 is setting walk, but not run. Okay. Move speed threshold. If the square magnitude, crap, this has to be magnitude. That's why you don't change things like a ding dong, like I've been doing. Still faster than driving out here. I have seen that. I had a hotel literally across the highway from San Francisco airport, and it took an hour to drive that short little distance. Okay, our walking still is not working here. The stick gets all the way up to 0.8 before I'm actually able to move it. Where is this debug log here? Move direction, magnitude. If input magnitude less than, I don't set move direction. You ding dong. Else move direction equals input. Okay, gonna stop being a ding dong now. No direct flights. Oof. How could they? You just want to get to Oakland. Rude. Okay, here we go. We got walking, walking speed, running, walking, running, walking, running. And then this weird one where you walk in place. You're like Sonic charging up a spin dash. But why? Am I checking input and not move direction? Why is this doing this? Move state. Come on, buddy. We gotta talk. Move state's getting set here. Getting set as move state. It's still 0. Let's do this. I don't need a move speed threshold here. The magnitude is greater than factor 3, 0. Or it's greater than 0, let's say. Okay, let's expand these out. Okay. If your input magnitude is less than move speed threshold, move direction is 0, and move state is idle. Else, let's expand this out. You're either walking or you're running. Move direction, magnitude, greater than or equal to run speed threshold, otherwise you're walking. Cool, that saves me some trouble. Move direction, magnitude. Okay, cool. Working on my prototype, nothing like spending a couple weeks on something just to see, is this fun to play? That's the struggle. You gotta find the fun. Why can I walk in place? The move direction, our move state is 0. And at the time remaining keeps going up. I can run, I can walk. I have this fourth state where I'm not stopped, but I'm still moving. Dang it! Why is it so hard? Why is this so tough? The move speed. Why do you do this to me? Why? Let's return move state as a string. You can also turn enums into strings. Enums are wonderful. They're a string and an int whenever you need them. Okay, so idle. When I'm walking in place, it counts as idle. And it doesn't turn me. In fact, it acts as if I'm strafing. What if I do it perfectly sideways? Can I get below 0.25? This will help me tell. Okay, move vertical is full 1. What in the world? I'm moving, but I'm not moving. I guess we're going to 2D project for change. One less vector really simplifies things. It's a godsend. No joke. I feel it. Oh, I'm stupid, guys. Look at this. Move direction equals 0, or move direction equals input, and then move direction equals input normalized. Like a fool. Like a fool. How could you do this? Boom. Fixed. Just do the states first, then assign move direction. Don't mess with input. Now I'm standing still. Now I'm walking. Now I'm running. Good. 3 states. Walk at a consistent speed. Run at a consistent speed. Let's act like we equip the sword. Boom. We're now walking. A little faster than I expected. Now we're running with the sword. My walking hands, I don't think they match up to the feet. No, they do. I'm just insane. Yeah, we've done it. We've successfully got this figured out. Okay. Guys, I just spent like an hour and a half getting this stupid thing to work. Okay. Okay. Let's what should we do next? We could try to get this networking to work. Prefabs, character. Actually, it's going to be in resources. Resources. Player character prefab. Yeah, we could try and network this. I'm going to delete the old player character prefab. Oof, that feels rough. It was such a good player character. Player character. Fight. Okay, player character, I need you to remove the sword and shield. Because you should not start with them. Okay. I'm happy with the movement. Let's get some attacks going now. So the arms mask, I want to get attacks in here as well as our idle and our walk. So we need to determine how to set up these prefabs to handle attack animations. And this is where it gets tricky. So, if you haven't joined me for Peasant before, I had a really nice attack input system for playing animations and dealing damage and movement at certain times. But now I have to do this all with just parameters, because that's how you network stuff easily in Unity. Just the way of thinking. Gotta be scrappy. Think scrappy. So, when I press A on the controller, when I press attack on the controller, it should play one attack animation, then go back to idle. Or walk. Depends. So that's a trigger. No. Maybe I could use a trigger if I cleared it. Maybe we do this with triggers. Yeah. Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. When you press attack, we're going to set a trigger. We're just going to try this. Humor me. Attack trigger. That gets set. Sword idle goes to sword attack 1. Sword trigger gets cleared. Then, if nothing happens, you go back to sword idle. But if I trigger, and then this attack animation is running, if I trigger it again, we'll go to the next attack animation. Let's try it. So sword idle, we're going to make a transition, or rather we're going to create a state empty. I'm going to call this sword attack 1. Let's see if I've got some multiple sword attacks. I do, I have 1 and 2. I got blocks too. Cool. I wrote all the animations last time. We're not doing that anymore, guys. We are just straight up stealing animations. That's what we're up to. Oh, I can have these go to exit. That's nice. Okay, sword idle, sword attack. Conditions, exit time, none. We can have transition duration, that's fine. Let's see what that looks like. Play. I like it. Okay, this is our attack trigger. And then another transition to this second attack, sword attack 1. Sword attack 0, 1. This is sword attack 2, thank you. And we do the same thing. Exit time and attack trigger. And then both of these will go to exit with exit time. Can I have preview transition? There's no destination state. That's fine. Boom. Basement Dweller, welcome back. Good to see you, friend. How you been? I'm gonna move this exit way out here. That's actually confusing. I move these like this. I don't want this to go from sword idle. Ooh, shoot. How do I want this to work? Because you should be able to do this while walking. Okay, I just make it a mess. That's how you do it, folks. You just make it a mess. Make transition. No exit time. Oh, not that one. This one. No exit time. Attack trigger. Working on terrain. Terrain is fun. Kinda? Accidentally made that to sword attack 2. Needs to go sword attack 1. We're going to get attacking working in the next 5 minutes, guys. How's that sound? Cool? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. There's our sword attacks. Wish I could make multiple exit nodes so I could just clean this up. That would be nice. Kind of fun is a good description. Yeah. It's only kind of fun. All right, let's get our input in here. Light inputs. So this is a light attack. My character. I want get button down and get button up. I don't even care for this get button at the moment. So let's write a function for this. Light input, light down input, and light up input. And these don't need bools because they're assumed. Here we go. Cool. We are setting up some really hype animations right now, BD. Okay, so when light input is down, I'm just going to do an animator call in here. Set trigger. It needs to be light trigger. Animations are very hype indeed. Light trigger. And down here on light up, we need to clear trigger. I think that's the function. Nope. Reset trigger, light trigger. Okay. Let's see. I wonder if I've got punching animations. That'd be kind of nice. State 1. We are now in the sword state. Let's try swinging. Swing. 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 And we go back to the idle animation. Now can we do both attacks in a row? So there's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. Ooh, I can't do it when I'm transitioning. Team's still getting the hang of animations. They can be difficult. They can be the most difficult. I don't transition between this walk and idle very well, do I? So here's sword swing 1. I need to stop releasing the trigger on up. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Just on down do we set the trigger. Okay, so I'm going to let's state. I did a free swing. Swing, swing, again. What is that second swing? It's swing with the other hand. Oh, it's a shield bash. Okay. Interesting. So now I've got an attack combo where you have to attack while the last animation is moving. Cool. Okay, let's get a sword and shield on this guy. Can we get a sword and shield on this guy? I want not a T sword, or yeah, I do want T. Prefab sword. Let's get our weapon wooden sword on the right hand. Let's get shield, the last of the round one, because I know it's wooden on that hand. Let's rotate these suckers. Rotate these suckers right. That's the wrong rotate. That's corrector. That's corrector. Good. Now he's equipped. Let's see that shield bash. Alright, I'm going to stay in. I wish I could stay in the scene view here. Asset store, get out of here. Game view, down here. We're going to watch in scene view. Alright. State, set it to 1. He's going to do a free swing. I'll need to fix that. He's not really swinging the sword very well, it seems. Yep, swing. Shield bash. Interesting. Okay, kind of like an Ike neutral combo, where he puts a kick in there. It'll deal sword damage, but it doesn't actually have a sword. I'm going to need a function to reset these triggers. But yeah, I think this is a really simple way to do what I did before. We'll need to put in some events, but we can make this work. Issue. I'm teleporting between my idle and walk animations, and I don't like it. We need to create separate idle animations. What's this run blend look like? Cool, it doesn't have a center. Cool. Cool. Walk blend. You have a center. We're removing that. Bye-bye. Now you can only walk. You can only walk when you walk. Create state. We want our new idle to go in here. This is going to be our idle 1. It's going to go into walk. When? When our move state equals... Crap, when our move state is greater than 0. This is greater than 1. Less than 2. Move state less than 1. This is a pain, but it's all necessary. I also need to update these states so that they have interruption source next state. Why is this important? Because next state lets me skip things. I can skip right from running. Actually, all of these are going to be next state. I hope this doesn't create any infinite loops. I don't know if it will. Don't ask me. All right, let's get, this is unarmed idle, and this is sword idle. Yeah, animations can be a nightmare. I've bought or hired for all of my animations. No exit time. What is it with exit time being on by default? No one wants you exit time. No one wants you. I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. Sorry it had to be me. Nobody wants you exit time. All right. Less than 1. I need to add some exits here. When is this? When state does not equal 0. State don't equal 0. Boom, boom, boom. When state don't equal 1. Okay, here's our tree so far. Ugly? Yeah. But that's what we need. Let's make sure it works. We want to be able to go in and out of idle. Whoa! Light up input. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Let's jump back in here. Come on now. Hey, also, anybody, y'all got game dev questions? You should ask me. I'm a game dev in the industry. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. It's something I enjoy doing. Bring me your game dev questions. Bring them to me. I feed off of them. I hunger for more. I'm now in the ground. I'm now in the ground. Oh. Oh. I'm now in the ground. We forgot to put a shield idle in here. I guess I can remove this shield idle. Because frankly, it doesn't do anything. Sword. I meant sword idle, but I just makey things up. It's already handled by the state below it, so we don't need to override it. How cool is that? That's masking with animation layers. Ooh, ah. Can't wait to do that for more things. Okay, let's make sure this is working for sword. Put that to 0. Hey, I've got an idle sword animation now. And I can transition there. I kind of like how he puts his feet back. And I can attack out of this too. Bam. Can I attack while moving? Sure can. Can I attack while strafing? Do I attack forwards? Fun fact, I do. However, there's some issues here. Because I'm using trigger here, we get some inconsistencies, yes. What am I thinking? We need to get this sword and the shield looking good. Because right now they're looking bad. No. There we go. Attach that correctly. Sword. I don't want to edit the sword. I would like to edit its position. So that it's, you know, being held. There we go. It's being held now. Inside our guy's body, but it's a start. And these hands are so odd. Your pivot points are in such a strange place. Move this sword forward a little bit. The shield forward a little bit. Negative 0.1. There we go. That looks a lot better, I think. Okay. Put on a show for me. Do an attack. Wapow. 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 Yeah, the sword doesn't really cross in front of the body, does it? That's a problem. I could edit the animation. I guess it does cross in front of the body. Oh no! It crosses in front of the body when the body's facing forwards. But it doesn't because my mask doesn't cover that. Let's mess with the mask. Arms mask. It should really be an upper body mask. Boom. Okay, I have edited the mask. Maybe I don't edit it further. Okay, so now our characters will be able to control his torso position and swing more in front of his body. Now, he still doesn't swing much in front of his body. But when he's running, look at this slice when he's running. Yeah, he's swinging across. When he's standing like this, he's not. Why is that? Nothing's getting overridden here when he's standing idle. So we should be at the sword idle here. It should work for us. When we attack, it switches to the attack. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to remove the mask real quick. So now we've got full on this frame animations, which means we're going to get some weirdness. Maybe? We might get some weirdness. You prepared for weirdness? Here we go. Ooh, look at that saunter. Oh, those hips going. Yo! Oh, sometimes he walks, sometimes he runs when he does this. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's just look at the idle swing. The idle swing definitely goes across the body. What part of this animation is keeping him from swinging across the body when I set this mask? We have to have the mask. The trick is, how much does the mask handle? Okay. Mask. Arms. Might just change this to a torso mask. Humanoid. We'll do this. We're going to control the head. Maybe the head has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm scared of the answer. Because what if the answer isn't what I'm expecting? Okay, now his head does real weird stuff. Oh my gosh, I know why his head's doing weird stuff. The head's compensating for the body position. Oh no. Anim's mask. We need to grab the legs. This is horrible. Oh no, it's not the legs. It's the IKs for the feet. No, it's the ground position. Okay, ground position, turn off legs, turn off torso, keep the head. State 1, sword state. Now his legs do some real funky stuff, but we're swinging across. It's the ground position was giving us trouble. Let's turn on the torso. Almost, but his legs are, he's sliding around and his legs are doing funny things. Let's turn it all on. We got a full mask. Now it's going to look great, but it will look horrible when I try and walk around and do this stuff. In reality, I don't want you moving and swinging, so maybe I give up this charade. Maybe I throw it all away. Maybe that's what I need to do, guys. Here's the arms mask. It makes sense. I don't want to move and attack. At least I don't want running and attacking. I want this more Dark Souls-y than I want it to be, excuse me. What's a game where you move and can like swing a sword while you're walking in any direction? I actually can't think of anything right now. But yeah, I want this to be you press the attack button, you move forward while you wind up, and then stop while you swing, and then move forward while you wind up for the other attack, and then stop while you swing. That sort of thing. And you only move up if you want to, if you were moving. Basically, it locks your movement direction for the first part of the swing. I had similar to that in the old version, but I want to iterate on it. Anyways, guys, we are getting close to wrapping things up here. So let's just maximize real quick and run around a little bit. We've got our little peasant. He's got walking and running set up perfectly. He can now transition between weapons. He doesn't run very fast. I really want to increase his stride a little bit. Let's mess with that real quick. Let's see if we can get this run moving. Okay, base layer. Let's get that run. Let's make it 1.5 speed. 1.5 speed in the player character. Your run speed 6, since that's 1.5. Look at him go! Yo! He's waving his arms, but he's running. And he can walk, and then he can run. He actually has a sprint animation that would look way better here. Is run speed going to be another skill that levels up kind of like swords and bows? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe if you've got heavier weapons, it'll slow you down until you master those weapons. But yeah, I think all of the skills and leveling up will be related to the weapons or tools you have or the magic you have. I don't want to make it too complicated. You'll have weapon-based skills, and some skills will carry between weapons. So if you're practicing with a wooden sword, that'll help you when you start using an iron sword, something like that. But let's wrap it up here, guys. My name's Zach Fierce. Thank you so much for joining us for this stream. I like to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and by that I mean that should be my schedule, but I can't always keep it. I like to stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, but I started a half hour late today. So if you enjoyed what you saw today, follow Fortunaton and drop a follow. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Fortunaton. Fortunaton or Fortunaton? Chew or two? Let me know. And so you can be notified when these streams drop. And if you want to hit me up outside of the stream, please, you can find more about me on my website, zachfierce.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter if you've got questions about game development, working in the industry, being an entrepreneur, starting a business, releasing a game on consoles, stuff like that. I want to answer your questions. So hit me up on stream next time or shoot me a DM on Twitter. Yeah, no problem, Nafla. Thank you so much for stopping in. You guys will see me again on Tuesday, and or maybe this weekend if I want to do a stream for fun. Still trying to convince my wife to play a game with me on stream. We'll see if I can make that happen. But yeah, love you guys. Stay safe. Stay well. God bless. Have a good night.